Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Breach Battles. My name is Daniel Hodges, and I am going to bring us into this new session. Y'all, I just love that intro every single time it comes in. It's just so amazing. So welcome for everyone who has not been with us before. This is Breach Battles, a Malifaux 3rd edition game. We are currently in our round robin for seeding purposes to make sure that as we learn the game and figure out how these war games are supposed to work. So very excited getting in here. So for round 2, a couple quick announcements before we get started. We want to let everyone know that it is September. September is where you can get 20% off all new monthly subscriptions and 20% off of gifted subs for the entire month. Even better, all the proceeds that you give during this time go directly to us, and we've received a full percentage of that, so that's great. You can support your favorite streamers this way, so there is no better time to support with your free Amazon subscription or whatever it is. So you can enjoy the discounted pricing, and you can support us and all of your favorite streamers to your heart's content. So please do that. Second announcement, we are so excited to have been nominated for the Game Hers Awards. Which is a awards thing you can go vote for. You can see it in the link in the chat, and it supports female streamers all on Twitch, and it's all kinds of good stuff. We are nominated. Our Fates End show that Lauren runs, that we have so many wonderful people on, is nominated for top tabletop RPG campaign. So you go to the link in this chat now, go to content creation category, and then you vote for us and don't vote for anyone else. So only vote for us. Go through, make a bunch of fake email addresses, use those, vote for us again. Just depend on how much support you want to give to us. Totally up to you. Lauren's texting me now, making fun of me, just roasted me, which is super kind. But she's the reason we're nominated, because she's so amazing. So we want to shout out that. Next, we want to shout out our partners. Our partner at 9 Realms Gaming. 9 Realms Gaming makes top-notch gaming accessories for your dice vaults, dice trays, dice towers. They have their warrior dice set. You can go to 9realmsgaming.com and use the promo code LIAR10 to get 10% off of your purchase. You can see that link in the chat as well. I want to shout out DICEY Encounters. DICEY Encounters makes handmade, gorgeous dice for all of your most dicey encounters. You go to DICEYEncounters.com and use our promo code, again, LIAR10, to get 10% off your purchase there as well. They just make gorgeous stuff, and we give away their dice too, I think on Iron Valor pretty regularly. So check in on that show, which comes out tomorrow, and maybe you can win some at some point too. So check them out. And our last partner that we want to mention is Shop of Many Things. If you've seen them, they're really super cool. They make kind of like, I guess you would say, magic pens and puzzles and all kinds of like tangible stuff that you can provide to your players to really kind of amp up your D&D sessions when you are live and in person and being safe and everyone's vaccinated, where you can go play those games again. You can have these fun puzzles. They got the magic pens that erase with fire, all kinds of fun stuff. So go check them out, and you can use our promo code LIAR20 because they love you all so much. All of you Ink and Lyre people, we need a name. Everyone who is an Ink Lyre, you can get 20% off your purchase with the LIAR20 at shopofmanythings.com. Or you can use our bit.ly link, whatever. Follow us on all the socials at Ink and Lyre everywhere. And then tonight, special for this Breach Battles, we are giving away, courtesy of Weird Games, a copy of the Penny Dreadful Fire in the Sky. Right here. Fire in the Sky. Penny Dreadful. This is for Through the Breach. Through the Breach is an extension of the Malifaux world. It's the tabletop, it's the role-playing game version set in the Malifaux universe. These wonderful pre-written adventures are super fun for you to take your party through. I'm going to read you the description for this particular Fire in the Sky. is called upon by the government to investigate the strange appearance of a flaming humanoid figure in the sky above San Francisco. The fated must travel back to Earth to unravel the mystery of the burning man in the desert. Well, wherever the strange floating figure goes, madness follows. The more impressionable residents of San Francisco have already started to lose their minds and take up residence atop the Twin Peaks, the bar, where they hold disturbing rituals intended to appease the burning man. Malifaux may be dangerous, but Earth will never be the same. So, you can win this. We're about to open up the giveaway. I believe you're going to use command loot to do that. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and create and start that. Yes, so must be a follower to win. Use the, you can buy tickets for all kinds of good stuff. So those instructions are over in the giveaway as it's all started. Yeah, you use the command tickets, command ticket. So TICKET. Use command ticket to enter into that giveaway, and we will be giving this away at the end of the stream. So I'll be announcing that once you see all of our fun stuff. So shout out to Weird Games for sending this to us. They're wonderful. You can go to weird-games.net to see all of their stuff, or use the command weird. Yeah, so command loot or command tickets or ticket, and you can enter that. So go ahead and do that, and we'll go from there. So all right, let's get into it. So tonight's episode of the Round Robin features all 8 players playing their respective factions in 4 games. So it takes this particular Round Robin about 2 hours. So hang out with us, enjoy the show, and learn right along with us. So I will see you all in a couple hours, and we will go from there. So, all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Malifaux Breach Battles. I am Daniel Hodges, and I'm here with Mr. Dylan Witt.
Hello, hello. Hello, everybody.
Yes, and so we are about to take part in the second round of our round robin, and we're here to get you started. So, first of all, what we are doing is Through the Breach is or not Through the Breach, but Malifaux 3rd edition is the flagship game of Weird Games. It's a fantastic board game that we have here, and for this game, it's a war game, and we're playing through corrupted ley lines. So we're drawing all these randomly. So I'm going to show you a few things that we got going over here. The strategy for this game is, do we have that somewhere? Yeah, it's over here. Yeah. It's over here. Okay. So corrupted ley lines is basically what happens is there are 5 strategy markers on which you have to leave a model that currently holds your lodestone on that target for however long it's going to take. Usually at the end of the turn, if you're on a target or strategy marker at the end of the turn, you gain control over it. If you have one more than you have victory points for this, you gain an additional victory point. The lodestone can be passed around and all that kind of fun stuff too. So super fun, and again, you can't score it until the end of round 2. I am playing the 10 Thunders, and this is my crew that I have selected. I'm going to play a Sami today. She's a summoner of sorts. I've got my little totem friend, Amankaju, which I'm going to call Amy. I have borrowed Gwyneth Maddox from the Honeypot crew. Out of keyword, but I'm going to bring him in. The Obsidian Statue, which is a versatile character, and Waiundo, which is the flaming wheel of death. So very excited to have them out here. Only 5 people. I've got 4 soul stones. And I'm going to throw it over to Dylan.
Right. So today we've brought in Sonia Creed of the guild. And I mean, the plan is simple. I've picked people who burn everything. So we'll be attempting to burn things to death, as one does. And hopefully we can get a good result in this game, as I lost my last game marginally. Looks like you have a significantly more people than I do. I have 7.
7?
So 2 pass tokens.
So I got a pair of pass tokens. All right, great. Real excited about that. That's awesome. Cool. Very awesome. So we're interesting thing about this particular map that we're playing, way different than we had in round one. This is a more rural, kind of ruinsy sort of map. We got this cool bridge over here. There's this giant pit. I think it's like 30 feet deep or 3 inches deep. It's kind of crazy. So there might be some fall damage, which we all know is my favorite. If you've seen Iron Valor. So
oh no.
So kind of cool. We got these thorns, which I assume do poison damage. Not so sure about that. We have not declared that, but that's what I assume. But lots of stuff to make our way through. We have said that these that appear to be 2 inches are 2 inches tall, and they do give full cover. But those that appear to not be 2 inches tall do not give so. So we're gonna go ahead and say that. And then we are also saying that any gap can be walked through. So that was something else we decided as a team. So real quick, I'm going to ask you, Dylan, to remove your headphones. I'm going to talk about my schemes that I've chosen for this. And I'll just wave. I'll just wave when you're ready. So
yeah, that'll work. All right.
Okay. Cool. So I have chosen 2 schemes for this. So for those of you who don't know, schemes are additional victory points you can gain in the game of Malifaux. And they're special missions that only you have. And so these are my 2. I've got something called Spread Them Out, which is where I have to drop scheme markers at least 10 inches away from each other on his side of the board. And at the end of the game, I need to have at least 3. I need to have 3 or more scheme markers on his side of the board, at least 10 inches away from one another by the end of turn 4, and they need to still be there at the end of turn 5 in order for me to score both points. Follow that up, I have research mission, which is where I need to have 1 creature or one token within, or 1 model within 4 inches of 3 different types of markers, whether that be corpse, scrap, or scheme. Also strategy, so we have a lot of different scheme markers here. And that'll give me 1 point. And then in the game, if I have 3 or more crew members within 2 inches of a different type of marker each, on his half, I am also going to get, and that has to be on his side. So hopefully, what I am hoping is that we playing this game on the guild side of the board. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Very excited.
All right.
So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to throw it over here. You guys aren't going to be able to read his because I can't see his, but I'm sure Dylan will give you the rundown on what his schemes are.
If you just zoom it down, I'll slap him over there.
Okay. Well, you want me to close my eyes?
I don't know, man.
I'll close my eyes. I'll close my eyes. All right, you do your thing.
All right. So here we got ours. Catch and release is what we chose. So it reads, at the beginning of the game, we'll secretly choose a minion. For this case, I have secretly chosen my minion, which is the Handler. And I'm going to try and pretty much close distance on his master with my Handler, as is the is going to be the play here. And then I also, you can't see it, but I got the Martyr card. And the Martyr card is essentially about sacrificing one of your 2 minions, having one chose to die, one chose not to die. And so I will choose the Handler to also be the one that dies. So I'll close them in, get a point from them being next to the master. And then also at the same time, hopefully he murders them and they give me another victory point for that. So it's pretty simple. And yeah, I also, my other one I chose for Martyr was the Queller, because he'll have a higher chance of being engaged and not dead at the end of the game. All right. Now we just get to play. How long? How long did it get him to come back? All right.
We're back. We're back in here. All right. So that's I believe that's what we have. So we are the start phase. So what you're seeing now, you can see that Dylan, the guild here, have a very clear plan of attack. I do not know how they're going to be able. If they're planning to run this way, I don't know how they're going to do it, because that looks like a pretty steep drop.
I've walked taller hills than those on the way to Walmart.
This is a 10-foot hole. Like it's 3 inches.
Foot.
It's 3 inches deep, at least.
Sloped.
So hazard terrain at the best. So that's the guild. Here are the 10 Thunders. We're going to commence initiative and then start into turn 1. We will be back when that is complete and give you an update on where we're at. So we'll see you all in just a little bit.
Yep.
All right, end of turn 1, which is the end of turn 1. We have completed that round. So no one, as you all know, no one can score any points at the end of turn 1. But let me give you a breakdown of what's happened on Team Oni. First of all, we had a baby. This little guy over here, just adorable.
Adorable spider.
Yeah, he's like, what's up? He's got a couple focus. He's hanging out. He's having a good time. He has made his way almost halfway across the board. Then I have got Asami summoned him. Gwen here is carrying my lodestone. She has managed to score over here for us, so that'll take effect at the end of the next turn. And then my Scythian statue is making his way over here to fight these little spellcasters 1v2. As well as Mayunda, who's also having himself a good old time. Except that he got shot in the spikes from Sonya.
Flame blasted.
Yeah, it was triple disadvantage or double disadvantage, and basically got moderate damage. The rolls were crazy. So that's what's happening here. Feel pretty good about what got going on right now. Very happy. So over to you, Dylan.
All right. Sonya the Witchlings are here to burn all these witch-using summoning scum to the ground. And to accomplish this action, we've pushed across the ditch of destruction into the ruins of despair. And over here, we've captured a flag for the Witchling Lords. No spell casting shall be had, nothing but cold steel and... Wait, I'm a spellcaster. It doesn't matter.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't matter. I will burn all these unburnable targets to the ground. That cute little spider right there, you see him? Burning him to the ground. That's how we're going.
That's
the plan.
Sonya got a much different demeanor than expected in the mask. Asami's just birthing children and having a good time. So so that's where we are. No points, no scheme markers dropped, nothing like that. So we'll check back in at the end of
round 2.
Turn 2. All right, back to end of round 2. So here, let me give y'all an overview. You know what, Dylan? How about you go first? Go first?
Sonya the Fire Nation has successfully infiltrated the center of the field. The bridge, ours to burn. We lost our incorporeal flame totem in this process. A noble sacrifice. We forced the enemy's hand to come to the center where we want them. On the flank, our enemies are pushed across the ravine. Swarming the marker. There's enemy backup coming in. We will have to hold them back, and hopefully none of us will die. And that's the round 2.
That's the full round 2. All right. So Team 10. Also, you did score the strategy marker at the end of round 2, so you did gain 1 victory point that way. Did you reveal a scheme?
No schemes.
No schemes to report. All right. So over here on Team Oni Squad, we have moved Gwen with our lodestone a little bit closer inside, and we've done a few things to get that movement around. We also moved our obsidian statue in place. He's taking some damage, but he's breathing fireballs on these sanctioned spellcasters now, and feel pretty confident because they're about to both lose some burning, and damage is going to be taken across the board here in just a little bit. So very happy with that. This strategy marker is going to score for me, so I'm going to gain 1. I did not gain any score schemes either. And then Asami is kind of hanging out back here. I'm about to move her into a further position where she can start to influence what's happening around these 2 markers in just a minute. And then my poor Goro Gumano over here, number 3, came over here, dropped a scheme token, did just the best boy that anyone could be. I'm concerned that this is his last turn. Very concerned that this is his last turn, and I don't, because he's gotten too many flicker tokens. He's too far away. So, you know what? I could probably save him. Mm-hmm. We'll see. But yeah, so 1 point for us. We are in a good. I believe we're in a good advantageous position. We're over the top of a couple lodestones, so I can probably get those where we need them to be. And yeah, real happy with what we got so far. All right, so we're gonna end this recording now. We'll see you at the end of round 3.
Yeah, see you.
All right, so here we are, end of round 3. So there are only 2 more rounds left in the game, and then we will tally up all the points. So lots of action in this round. I lost 2 summons and almost lost a third crew member. But it's been crazy. So first thing that happened was we took care of the scholars over here with our amazing obsidian statue. So that was great. Real happy about that. This obsidian statue also managed to claim a strategy marker for us. So we got that lodestone over there. And then we lost one guy over here. He died, turned into a corpse. But we also were able to drop a scheme marker over there as well. So very happy about that. We're quickly running out of models. I only have 5 left on my side. I think it's 5-5 at this point. So pretty even so far. Yeah, so I will say I'm getting close to several of my schemes. So look for in the end of round 4, hopefully I will have turned some of those in. So Sonia.
All right, well, I just want to start off. I am also getting close to several of my schemes. We have captured, I want to say, the most difficult point on the board, the middle. With us, we incinerated one of the heretics and turned him into another witchling thrall. Another one to do my bidding, if you will. I turned one of his own summons against him. And with that, we march our troops towards his master, sitting defenselessly as we pound away on this obsidian statue who's just kind of useless. He incinerated some of our underlings, like who cares about them, really? He has 1 HP left. We'll incinerate him and continue on pushing forward to the rest of his troops until they're all dead. You can't do schemes if you're dead. This is a fact of Malifaux. Is it?
I don't know. It's a hard one to say. I will say I've gone 2 rounds without pulling the black or red Joker.
I just went that last round. I didn't pull either one either. Actually, I have one in my hand, so I'll let you guess which one it is since I didn't use it.
I gotta guess. Gotta guess.
And we will we'll continue pushing and try and secure some more scheme markers for our team and hopefully pull up a W in these last 2 rounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of health over here on team. There's a lot of health over there on team.
Guild team.
On guild team. So
guild team's looking healthy.
Yeah, and so it's a little concerning because you're much closer to lodestone unmarked strategy marker, which is completely defenseless, than I am. So that's a super fun thing that I'm gonna have to deal with. But I feel confident as a as a person and as an individual. So
that's fair.
We will see how things go. I might have to get Asami into all of this. We'll see how it goes. So we'll let y'all know what happens at the end of round 4.
We will. Thank you for tuning in. We are back with Malifaux, the end of round 4. And the Fire Nation has attacked in the middle. It's a heated battle. It's contested.
As we have the whole time.
It stays contested because of my futile error of killing the Oni that was in combat with my own minion. I shouldn't have killed it, but these things happen. He claims his research marker, which is a corpse token, is a marker. I refute this. I'll have it put on paper that I refute that this corpse token is a marker.
You know what? This is your turn. So how about you go?
That's right. That's right.
Why don't you talk about your stuff real quick?
I don't know the rules, but I refute it. Here we are. I have nothing else to report on schemes, unfortunately.
Well, we're going into the last round. Like, how are you feeling about your?
How am I feeling about my position?
Yeah, tell us about where you're at. Who's got your lodestone, all that fun stuff. Because this is about capturing all these points, right?
I mean, I feel pretty good.
Feel good?
I feel pretty good, as my lodestone is now on my stalker still. Mm-hmm. My stalker, which I incinerated from the corpse of another one of his summons. Samuel is waiting on backup to capture our back left point. Should secure another point for us in the 5th round. And we've got two uncontested units over here in the back. And considering
completely useless.
Okay, well, considering they got a range of 12.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't know if they're useless.
We'll see.
We'll see, won't we? Mm-hmm. And I feel pretty good. I think it's an easy W at this point.
Easy W. How many points do you have now? Did you score any additional points in this round?
Good 2.
Still the 2? Yeah. Not revealing it. Not revealing anything. This is the end of round 4. Mm-hmm. You can only score 3 points in round 5. You don't want to reveal anything.
I'm looking at them. I'm thinking I don't want to reveal anything.
Still nothing to reveal. Okay. So, all right. So I will. So let me tell you what's happening on Team 10 Thunders. We have managed to complete one of our schemes, which was research mission. We needed to have a friendly model within 4 inches of 3 different types of markers or tokens.
Markers.
So we've got a strategy marker, a corpse marker, and a scrap marker within 4 inches of Gwyneth, and also Mankajuku. So we're good there. We could also come over here if we wanted as well. So we're gonna go ahead and claim that victory point for Team 10 Thunders and get that on our side. Our next goal with this is we need to have 1 model within 3 different kinds. So if I have 1 model within 3 different kinds of markers, I can score again. At this point, I would need, I could use these 3 markers at the same time, but I'd have to have models within 2 inches of all of them. 2 inches and line of sight of 2 different markers, which would be not impossible to do, but depending on what happens in this end phase and initiative and all that fun stuff, it might be difficult to do. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I got some other things in the works. I might be able to score on. We'll see. I don't know. We are our lodestone is transferred back from the obsidian statue over to Gwyneth. We were able to hold that point. We're not sure if this is right. So, sure. But both lodestones are in base contact with this strategy marker right now. That strategy marker is held by the guild right now. So we declared that we chose as a gentleman's agreement that if both lodestones were charging or were touching the same strategy marker, that we would not change its alignment, nor would we return it to neutral. Because what that would have done is we made a neutral target. I could have ignored it for the rest of the game and not have been able to score on turn 5. at all, because he would have to be on one or the other, and it wouldn't have mattered. So that's where we are. Feel very good about what's happening. The rolls have not been in my favor, but I rolled. I had disadvantage on a flip, and on a damage flip, I got the red Joker and the black Joker. Dylan lost his fucking mind.
It was good. It was some good stuff. It was some good stuff.
All right, I'm back. We're here. All right, so wild finish. The fifth round was crazy. We worked everything out. All is said and done. I want to throw it to Dylan, who is the victor in this session. Go ahead and tell him how you won, buddy.
Oh my! All right. Now I don't want to say we all got lucky here, but we got lucky. Back-to-back rounds in a row, this man managed to flip red Joker, black Joker on the same roll for I think it was attacking.
Yeah. It was attack.
So twice in a row, he had a crucial hit.
Damage rolls.
Was it damage? Oh,
yeah, damage.
It's even worse. So crucial damage rolls, he managed to do 0 damage because he flipped red and black Joker in the same turn, which honestly, clutch for me.
I want to thank all the mirrors that I've broken, all the ladders I've walked under, every black cat that has crossed my path.
For us, great. Honestly, the game came down to like one turn. So I had him over here in the corner in engagement with my Queller.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to roll a disengage check to get away from him. And if he would have succeeded and I couldn't have stopped him, he would have moved all the way here to the middle of the board, and he would have captured 2 objective points from me, because without this scheme marker, I would have lost. I couldn't have stopped him because I didn't have any more action points. So thanks to the Queller managing to strip his movement with an engagement check, or a disengage check rather, he was only able to get 1 point. And then we managed to come in with catch and release on the end bonus. Mm-hmm. And since we had both of our units that were actually chosen in their half of the board, either one got the extra point for us to push us over the edge to win. Honestly, it was a really close game, though.
It was so close.
And these summons were no joke.
There were summons that went crazy. I kamikazed an obsidian Oni, like into the middle of everything, 2 fire damage, and so like I killed 2 units of 2 guild units in a single turn with flame strikes and everything, and it was so it took, and there were 2 units that had not gone yet, so they were units that that Dylan had not used yet, and they couldn't go, and it was great, and I thought everything, and that's what even opened it up to where I could have this opportunity. But like you had run, I had pulled Sonya over here, who ended up with the lodestone.
Yeah.
And then you cleared everything out with like a bonus action. So basically there was this moment where you had this obsidian Oni that's like bursting with flames, about to explode. And then you have Sonya, who's already brimming with fire. And the obsidian Oni explodes. Sonya lights everything on fire. There's basically an Isaiah level of like fire tornado comes up, and Sonya's the only thing left standing. And so Sonya's standing there with the lodestone. The lodestone goes to Asami, my master, and so that's all we have. But it's still in his turn. So he's able to run Sonya over, get into Samuel's hands over here, and score this last point at that point. And then that when I was over here flipping this, we came to the point. It was either I was going to try to summon something and then throw it towards the marker. I was going to disengage and run, and then it was like anything other than weak dim. If he missed, I was going to score 2 points. If he hit, and with weak damage, I was going to score 1 point. I ended up getting the 1 point, but it just wasn't enough. If I had, I would have got the 1 point and the 3, and got the win. But okay, now the flip. He flipped a 13, I flipped a 10, and that was all she wrote. And so really it came down to the last 2 turns, the last 2 masters, and it was just crazy. Really cool stuff. I ended up, so the previous round I said that I completed research mission. That was not true. We realized that we're really Dylan and Mac. Shout out to Mac. Noticed that it has to be on the enemy side of the board. I didn't read that part, so I ended up having to put this corpse and speed marker down to gather these 3 together at the end of it. So that was how I scored I actually ended up revealing research mission. So I want to say that I want to point out that this Therian Queller, the one that hit the disengage check, that hit Asami before she was able to get to that thing, super clutch. The only reason it mattered because that same turn, this Witchling handler gave it more movement, and it staggered Asami. So she only had 3 movement instead of 5. If she'd had 5 movement the whole time, she would have had, 13 inches and had gone fine.
It's funny, you could have cheated it too, and you were it wouldn't have mattered. It's like you did it.
I am sitting on 12.
No!
It was in my hand. It's the only card I had. I left it in my hand. If I had cheated the stagger, I would have had plenty of movement, and there would have been nothing that could have been done.
I knew what you were trying to do too, so I was like, if I could just stagger him, it'll be less likely he makes it to the middle. So you're like, I knew you were sitting there like, oh, I could cheat it. I could. And I was like, don't do it. I was sitting there, I was like, don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
It was so close. It was like there was the decision I made not to cheat. There was the double, because like that red Joker would have ended like several. It would have been that red Joker would have ended things, and then the disadvantage, the flip, because it was even. It was 6-6, so it was like which card's gonna win? It was a 13 to a 10. Just brutal stuff for card flips. But I thought a well played game. I think we both did decently well. What did you think, Dylan?
It was really close. It was so close.
So close.
Yeah, it was definitely rough with all your units that I couldn't burn.
Yeah,
which also meant I couldn't turn them into thralls, because I don't think I could have exploded them for burn damage if they don't take burn damage.
Yeah. I think one big thing that I would have done differently is I didn't know that I thought it worked like everybody else's, which is like, how much burn do you have? That's how much cost you can spend. Sonya is like, what's their level?
Yeah, like what's the level of the unit they just killed? Like that's what you summon.
Yeah, and it's like,
so when you summon like level 9 minions and I kill them, I also get to summon a level 9 minion.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's funny, I don't even have an emblem that high. But
yeah, I had I was able to summon. I successfully summoned 4 times. If I had a 5th Soul Stone, it would have been over.
Soul Stones are so important on those guys, on the summoners.
The other scheme I had was spread them out. I got this scheme token and that scheme token. I never the Obsidian guy died before I could drop a scheme token over here. That was the goal, was to drop a scheme token over on this side, and that would have got the enemy sideline 10 inches.
I had Martyr, so I needed one of these 2 pieces to die, and they just wouldn't. Then I also needed them get into melee with either a henchman or a master, and your henchman had the lodestone on the point, so I couldn't really put them in. I couldn't keep them in melee because they just take the point.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to just like run over there and melee with him to get into disengagement. But I mean, you could have just disengaged, what you did, so I couldn't get that point. But I ended up getting the end half because they were in your half of the board.
Asami is 1.8 inches away from victory.
0.8, really? Because they only have to be 1 inch. Or no, they have to be base.
They have to be base contact. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. This was great. Well done, Dylan. Good effort, everyone. It's been so long. We will see you all next week. I don't know who I'm playing yet. We'll figure it out. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Welcome to round 2 of Breach Battles, the Malifaux game where we have tokens and we have units and we have soul stones. I'm Brandon and I'm playing Rasputina once again, the Daughters of Winter, as I've decided to call them. We won the first round and now we're playing against the Rat Man, Jake himself. So basically, to give you guys a little refresher, Rasputina's whole thing is her ice pillar markers. This is a very control-oriented build. Basically, I want to be able to control the terrain, kind of keep him from swarming me with all of his pests and stuff. And see, now the thing about this game mode is we have to capture each other's strategy markers that we have strategically placed on either side of the field for the enemy to try to take. And so with this being a control-oriented deck, I'm going to have to play a little bit more offensively than I would like in order to capture those markers and get those victory points. But that's why I have Blessed of December this time instead of the Ice Golem that I had when I was facing off against Dylan. The Blessed of December is a little bit more mobile. He could use his bonus action to leap to a target area, as well as I think he has like a 12 movement or a 6 movement. Yeah, 6 movement. So, if I use, he can move up to 12 and then leap for an additional 6. So very mobile. That'll be good for capturing points, I think. Of course, I've got my Horkat again. He's got a lot of small units, and of course the Horkat can heal every time it kills a unit. So my goal is, cats eat rats, right? So my goal is to have my Horkat just feasting on this Rat King while my ice pillars, slow down his swarm from getting to my casters. Obviously I have the silent ones back again. I've kind of split them up this time. I've got one of them chilling with the Blessed of December, and the other one is with the Horkat. And of course, in the middle is the mother, Rasputina, with her trusty Wendigo by her side, kind of holding up the middle. You can't see on screen right now, but there's a token like right up in front of me, and you'll see whenever we show you the board or whatever. But my opening strategy is to blitz that with Rasputina and the Wendigo, and then kind of flank with the Horkat on one side and the Blessed December on the other. And finally, my schemes should look very familiar because they're the same ones that I used against Dylan. Assassinate and Vendetta. Now, Assassinate, just as a refresher, at the end of the turn that his enemy leader has half his maximum hit points, I can reveal the card to gain a victory point. And then at the end of the game, if I kill him, that gets another victory point. Pretty straightforward. This build does a lot of damage, and so I'm going to be gunning for him once I have my ice pillars up and running. And then Vendetta, of course, I choose a friendly model, and I actually played this a little bit wrong before, but I know how to do it now. So I'm going to choose a friendly model, which I'm going to choose my Horkat this time, and then I have to choose an enemy model. And so for the enemy model, I'm going to choose one of his rats. So this should be a slam dunk, super easy, couple of victory points for me. At the end of the game, if the chosen friendly model is still in play, and the chosen enemy model is not in play, I get a victory point, and then I think the halfway marker goes for that as well. So that is pretty much my strategy in a nutshell. And I feel like I've talked a lot, so we're gonna take it back to Jacob now. Yo!
Reginald! Where did you go? Oh, I lost him after we fought with your resurrectionists. Who are these new people? Oh, the Arcanists. Well, we learned a couple lessons from our last foes. It's time to defeat these ones, or at least try. Children, gather round. Let me tell you my strategy. For I am Hamlin, the Rat Man. the Lord of Plagues. Right, here's my strategy. We need to get these skull tokens, huh? We need to claim these points to prove our dominance to the Arcanists, and we can do that by having a rising tide of rats swarm across the entirety of this battlefield. Is it a little bit cold in here, or is that just me? No matter. I've learned some lessons from the Resurrectionists. Nix! Nix, where are you? Very good, my undead dog. I collected you from the Resurrectionists a little while ago. Now I'm going to use you to kill those damned Arcanists. Hey, Benny, can you help me summon some rats? All right, I can do that. Yes, Benny here, quite good at making little scheme markers and summoning rats with tiny little hats. It's going to be amazing. Lastly, so you all know, we have two abilities. One, in honor of Nix, our undead friend. The other is always what we try to do. So we think that leader of the Arcanists, what's her name? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Cheese. I'll eat her. We're all going to eat her. Anyway, we're going to assassinate her, and then we're going to take her, and we're going to turn her into a fine brie, and we're going to eat her, churn her, and devour her. The second thing is what Nix is going to do. We're going to wait just a little bit to old bait and switch them. Apparently, they have some strange creature called the Wendigo? Yes, the Wendigo. And we're going to wait for that Wendigo. And once that Wendigo is close enough, we're going to swarm them. Attack them with all of our rats. Benny, isn't that right? Yup. Isn't that right, Nix? Very good. Well, that is my strategy. Let's really hope that it doesn't get too cold for my little rats over here. That would be a real pain.
All right, so that was the end of round one. So far, pretty tame. We had a little bit of combat over here with the Blessed of December, the Rat King himself. What's his name again? Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Dared trudge forward into my icy domain, and so I had to send my guard dog out at him. So the Blessed of December dashed over, hit him with a charge attack. With a charge attack that was did a decent amount of damage, and it was a critical strike, so it did an extra point of damage. And then was able to push him back. Just a little warning shot, letting him know he's crossing the line there. Meanwhile, my sisters and Rasputina were putting up ice pillar markers, fortifying my defenses over here around my strategy markers. I know he's going to be trying to come for him, so I got to make him work for it. It's coming along nicely. I feel like I've got the middle secured pretty tightly. The ones on the left hand and right hand are coming pretty well. I've got my Wendigo kind of defending this one here in the back, in the middle. So my defenses are going pretty well. Still not entirely sure how I plan to attack, but I do have my Horcat over here kind of pulling a lone hunter situation. See these rats back here. See, it feels like he's pulling most of his resources over here, so I feel like I could kind of pull a little flanky maneuver over here. Other than that, I'm a little worried about the amount of rats he'll be able to swarm. He's already got one scheme marker down, I noticed. And with the blight, I'll have to put up way more ice pillar markers or make a swift retreat if he's able to get too many blight markers on me. I'm not entirely sure what all they do, but I know the more that are on me, the worse it is. And his children are coming over here. So I'm a little worried about that. But besides that, I feel like this is a pretty strong opening for me. Made a lot of progress. you know, and yeah, didn't use any of my soul stones this game. I feel like next round when we actually clash, that's when the fireworks are gonna start. So stay tuned.
Oh my God, Reginald! Have you not seen the size of their rats? They're terrifying! It just gored me. It hurts so much. Children, where are you? Get over here. I need your help. If I die, you die. Anyway, round one is, it's been all right. Surge of the tide of the rats, am I right? That's what we do. We just kind of run across the field, but it's really cold. I was saying this in the opening, it's getting really cold out here. I hope it doesn't get any colder, because my rats don't do that well in the cold. At any rate, whatever this thing is, this big deer dog thing, the Blessed of December, I think is what they called it. Well, I'm gonna kill it. And I'm gonna swarm around the side of that field here, and I'm gonna defeat them. They keep making ice pillars. I don't really know what's up with those. At any rate, Nix, my good dog. You need to go kill their dog. Go eat him. That dog is alone. It's doing something weird over there. The only problem is, kind of have a strategy marker that's nearby that dog right now. I don't know what's gonna happen about that, but we'll deal with it. At any rate, rats, you've done nothing yet. Maybe bundle together to fight against the cold. And, Benny, stop taking your time. Make rats. Help me. I didn't bring you here for nothing. I could have just brought more rats, but I brought a human instead. Don't make me regret it. We'll see if this round goes well for me. I have one stone thingy. I'm gonna use it if I have to. Good luck, rats. They think they can kill me. Little do they know that when you kill a rat, they come back stronger. Why do you think they make so many rat traps? It doesn't matter. Ha! They think that they can just slay me. I think, what was it? It was one of those masked sisters. She did something to me, and she hurt me. And then the giant deer Wendigo thing, I don't know, it clawed me. But my children, good job, children. You protected me. Continue to listen to the tune. I've never played something like this before. Don't judge me. At any rate. So, things are going, not great. Everything is getting colder by the second. Our bones are slowing down. But my rats, they've gathered together, and we're on a dog hunt. We're gonna catch that dog. And we're gonna find them. We're going on a dog hunt. My rats will corner this dog. The only problem is this thing is really fast. My rats aren't nearly as fast as it. Benny has successfully done something, the worthless lout, and killed that Wendigo. But Rasputina, she's going to have to pay for what she's doing. I really hope there's nothing she can do to sort of explode me at all. Apparently, they got some points for hurting me so much. Well, we'll make them pay. We'll make them all pay.
Round 3, we tried to go a little more aggro. We had a lot of action over here by the by the Blessed of December. Hanlon came in, dropping all of his diseases and blight tokens and all of this mess. He threw rats and vomited at my my Silent One and on my Blessed of December and on my Wendigo. But luckily my Wendigo was able to hold strong. He went down, but he didn't go down without a fight, and not without leaving a little present behind. When he dropped, he left the ice pillar token, so that's 2 now that I have. Blessed of December still looks pretty healthy. He only has 1 blight token on it, and they aren't anywhere near my my strategy markers, which is less than I can say for my Horcat over here, who is doing his job and sneaking around very carefully, just picking up victory points for us across the board. Hopefully his Silent One can keep up and continue to support him with ice pillars, because it looks like he's got a rat king he's gonna have to deal with. Other than that, we did get something for finally taking down Hamlin, or so I thought. He sacrificed one of his kids to bring himself back to life. It was kind of bizarre. I thought I was going to get away with 2 victory points, but I got 1 with my assassinate scheme. Since he's down below half health, gave me a victory point just for revealing the card. It looks like this game's going to be longer than I thought. With all these little children around, getting that assassinate point is going to be a little bit more difficult than I thought. But we have the victory for now, so we're just going to keep pushing through. And of course, make more ice pillars.
Go forth, my children! Continue to charge! They're falling behind. Don't mind the cat in the back corner, though. It's way too terrifying. Did you see it kill the Rat King? Oh, devoured every single one of those rats. I really don't want to be over there. At any rate, we are going to swarm across these streets. Rasputina, your days are numbered. Uncle Hamlin, wait up! Now you have to catch up, kid. I'm not going to wait for you. It's too damn cold. At any rate, it seems that my numbers are slowly growing. But some key figures of mine have fallen to Rasputina's icy grasp. She killed another one of my kids, Billy. I liked him. He was funny. At any rate, I don't really know what's going on the far side of this map. I've really ignored everything and have tunnel visioned very hard down an alleyway. Let's just hope that the cold doesn't screw me up too much. Nix! Benny! Wretch! Kill the Rasputina! Assassinate her!
So, it appears that the tides have turned a little bit in the 3rd round of this fierce battle. Things heated up in a crazy way, which is not good when you're playing with the December deck. So yeah, the Blessed of December was fighting, doing his best, and he took a lot of damage and ended up having to eat one of the corpse tokens. He actually ate the corpse of the Wendigo. We don't let things go to waste out here in the winter. But it wasn't enough. Hamlin used one of his abilities and this disease ate him from the inside out. He ended up falling. Yeah, of course, that freaked me out, so before we had any chance to react or pull back, though, Hamlin made a beeline for my silent one. And, well, it doesn't look like she's going to be able to escape. But she'll stand tall. We have a plan. And Rasputina's still around the corner. There's still enough ice pillars around that she's not really alone. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, my Horcat's doing his job perfectly, might I add. Yeah, Hamlin might win the battle, but at the end of the day, I think we'll win the war. We'll grab these strategy markers, and the victory will be ours. Well, things are looking a little dire for Rasputina and the Daughters of Winter. Well, we lost one of the Silent Sisters. She got turned into a rat by Hamlin. You know, Rasputina, she knew she should have ran, but the bond between a mother and her daughter just can't be broken like that. So she had to fight. But alas, the cards were not in her favor today. Fate did not favor her, and all of her attacks came up short. So she was that vulnerable. Luckily, her other daughter came and tried to step in, put a couple of ice pillars up, but these rats keep on. There's so many of them, and they keep on destroying the ice pillars so that the bigger units can make way and still move freely. It's not fair. Now Benny is in melee combat with Rasputina, the last place she needs to be. And there aren't really many ice pillars around to help her. But on a brighter note, the Horkat is still completing his mission, capturing another victory point for me. He's got the token, and he's on his way to grab token number 2, perhaps token number 3 as well. Of course, Nyx is over here, the little half-dead dog, but the Horkats fought worse, come out on top. So I have a feeling that's going to go well. Besides, it's the final round. So if there's ever a time to go for broke, this is it.
We got them on the ropes! Rats! We are going to run them down. They have nowhere else to go but the sewers. We're gonna flush them down the drain. At any rate. Hey, kid, what are you doing over there? Get in front of me. Protect me. Make sure they can't hurt me. But don't die unless I die. Only I can kill you. They tried to slay you last round. Rasputina tried to freeze your soul. But you somehow, miraculously, flipped amazing cards to prevent yourself from dying. Very good. You're still of use to me. We have more rats to make. Benny, continue to harass Rasputina. Assassinate her. Bring her down so that we can win this. If you keep harrying her, she won't be able to hurt us. Also, what's still going on the other side of that map? I really don't know, and I haven't been paying attention at all. Hey, Nyx! Go figure it out. Go make sure things are going well. I hear there's a cat over there that I'm quite scared of. And last and not least, we're in our final rounds. We may still have a chance to win this. And if I get one more rat, the Rat King will rise again. And that would be very interesting indeed. Continue to break their ice. Break the chill. Forget the freeze. For we are molten cheese. No! Rasputina, you froze us in place! Why were there so many ice walls? I didn't understand it. Eventually, she fulfilled a vendetta against me. You wretch, why did you have to die? She managed to kill my wretch while her cat... Oh, cats. I hate cats. They're horrible. They're jellicle creatures. I hate them so much. And that one was running around causing problems. Good job, Nyx, for trying to nix the situation. You see what I did there? Rats, laugh. Laugh, rats. Good job. Excellent. All right. It's back to the sewers with us. It seems we can't defeat the Resurrectionists, and we can't defeat the Arcanists. Hey, boss. I think I know of a team who might be able to help you out later. Some Victoria Chambers lady and her twin. They're gonna storm down the field. Maybe we'll see what they get up to. Benny, that's a great idea. Let's go back to the sewers, though, and like the mole people, who are real, we will return one day to claim this world as our own. Have the last laugh today, Rasputin. Nah, Rasputina. Shit. All right, good, let's go.
After a long, hard battle, the Cult of December, the Daughters of Winter, they finally prevailed. Just barely by the skin of their teeth, but they finally prevailed. The rats, the feed from the sewer, he put up a good fight. Rasputina nearly lost her life. With some quick thinking at the beginning of the final round, she threw up a bunch of ice pillars in between her and the fat man, Benny. And she was also lucky enough to draw a mask, so she was able to move, kind of create some distance. Meanwhile, the Silent One pulled off an amazing blitz attack on the winch and her little rat peasant friend, and used the ice pillars to attack her twice and take her down, which consequently triggered my vendetta scheme, which I had to tweak a little bit for this game, but I did make it the winch, and so with her death, it gave me another victory point. The same couldn't be said for the Horcat over here. While Nyx didn't necessarily attack or fight the Horcat, he didn't really have to. He had this ability that kept him from interacting with anything, which was his whole mission, was to come over here and interact with this strategy marker. But, that ended up happening. But it was okay, because Rasputina lived, and it was the assassinate scheme that would have given Hamlin another victory point and tied things up. But there was one ice pillar that survived. She was able to use it to shield herself from Benny's gun, and yeah, she just barely survived with only 2 hit points left. But a victory is a victory, and the Daughters of Winter can walk away victorious. We're just gonna keep this winning streak going.
All right. We had technical difficulties, but it's okay. It's okay because I dropped a piano marker in front of where my pig was gonna be. Don't you laugh at me. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. So Gracie's over there. We got an Iron Skeeter over here. We got Zip and Earl over there. My people are where I want them, except there's a piano marker where I don't want it, but that's okay for next turn. Brent, what you got going on over here?
As the dreamer who is the best friend with Lord Chompy Bits, aka the Tyrant Nightmare, I understand why you make bad decisions. Maybe your mother didn't love you enough as a child. Maybe Gracie the pig is afraid that her friends are going to eat her.
Yeah, maybe we're just thinking 3 steps ahead of the dreamer.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay to feel fear, Zach. It's okay. Other than that, I'm feeling confident.
I got confidence in spades. In spades. Just so you can keep your nightmares to yourself, because I got confidence for days.
You can't avoid bad dreams, Zach. You can't avoid bad dreams.
Oh, that's easy. I'll just stay awake. There you go.
Not in this game.
All right. We are, it's going good. Them nightmares are a little,
Is it
spooky.
going good? Is it going good?
Yeah, of course it's going good. Y'all don't know how good it's going. Well, it's going real good. We got one of my Iron Skeeters, took a little bit of a tumble. And they're my star players, but I still got one more. It's fine. Brent, so little dreamer boy over here had a slip of the hand. So I know Lord Chompbit's trying to get into the center of the board, which kind of had a feeling that he was going to do that. Put Gracie right there to protect my center. And then it's all good for me. We both got a victory point off of our strategies, because I got 2 strategy markers now, and he got 2 as well. 2. So, what you got over there, Brent? Tell us how your side's behaving or misbehaving.
Oh, I'm not too worried. I don't think you can hold the center. That's the problem. If you throw people at it, they're just going to die. They're going to be consumed by their own worst fears. So maybe a slip of the hand. Please, defend the center.
Oh, I'll defend the center. You don't know how good I can defend the center.
Sure.
This center is super defensible. In that case, we're about to continue to round. It's round 3 now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Round 3. Let's fight. It's gonna be very close.
I agree.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I feel like winning will be incredibly difficult, especially now in the last round.
You hurt me by killing Chompy. That's
Yeah.
for sure. But I have board control.
You do indeed have board control.
Yeah.
Um,
So you might be able to snake one in.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens, but this is gonna be
Yeah.
rough. I feel like a tie is almost inevitable, but
It's possible. I believe that Gracie is what Chompy was. That's why I'm like keeping people all around her. I could be wrong, but I think Gracie's a little bit of a claim jumper. So trying to stop that.
y'all don't know nothing. All right. It's the end of round 3. Oh, Coppelius. You get one from Coppelius, right? I think.
Well, I think we both get a victory point because I got 3 right now.
You're right. We do both get a victory point. You have 3. I have 2. So we both get a strategy point.
Yep.
So we can bump that up. Okay. So it's 2-2. All right. And around 3. And around 3. It's a tie game. We both control two strategy markers with our ley lines. I didn't manage
Two and three. I control 3.
You control 3. You do control 3, so you're going to get a point next round, but we'll see what happens. Because I took out Lord Chomper Bits. And that was his claim jumper. So no claim jumping for you. But Gracie's all little captured right there. So
yeah. Try to build it up. Like she's going to survive next round. Please.
no, she's gonna survive. She got armor. She's tough. Gracie, you can do it.
She's good.
If anyone can do it, it's you, Gracie. Yeah, Gracie's got this. I got an Iron Skeeter over here. I still got Captain Zip over here. And then, yeah, I got all my friends with me. We got this. It's a tie game, but we got this. How you feeling over there, Dreamer boy?
Oh, so good. Swarming the board. You got friends surrounded by their freaking nightmares. And there's more coming. They're just swarming with the Dreamer. I'm feeling pretty good. I will tip my hat. Well played game. It could be a tie. It could be a tie, but I don't know, man. I got just so many pieces on the board, and there's so many more coming. Yeah.
I'm feeling that tie. You're out of soul stones, though. That's the other thing. You're out. You don't got no more soul stones, so
I got cheat cards.
You got cheat cards, but I'm about to have full hand cheat cards too in our final round over here.
You're under the assumption that I don't have any high masks.
Do you have any high masks? Oh shit, you got 4 cards in here. I blew my hand trying to kill Chompy Bits. So.
I know you did.
It stopped you from getting the points. That's the important thing.
It did. You know, hey, that's how you play the game, and you did good. You burned everything, but yep.
Took him down.
He's
tough. He got willpower for days. That's Jesus Christ.
The generation.
Terrifying.
Yeah, he's rough. He's hard to take down. But
yeah,
that's the thing. You burn all your cheat cards on him. You take him down, but you burn all your cheat cards on him.
Yeah, I do. That is a thing that I do. But we'll be good. We're gonna play the next round, and then we're gonna end the game. So, beginning around round 4. Let's do it. All right. Things are not looking good for the Bayou. I'm trying to get all my individuals up into Brent's business over here, but it's he's got some heart defense. Let me tell you what. It's okay. We still got this. Brent, how you feeling over there?
Have you ever been alone? Just you and one friend surrounded by a sea of insidious nightmares, terrible madness chattering at your bones. I think you know how that feels now. Don't you, Bayou?
No.
All joking aside, it's been a very good game. I think you're at a serious disadvantage because we're playing 30 points, and Summoner. I truly think if you'd have brought Summer Teeth or Summer Jones or whatever his name is,
Summer Teeth Jones,
might have been a little bit more on there, because full crews can handle summons a lot better, because like when you got a bunch of range, you got so many models that can just like focus them and take them out when they come. But you're in a really bad position where you have to take the things to survive, and you can't take those extra models to focus down.
Yes.
I think you played a great game. I really do.
The thing about Somer is he summons the Bayou Gremlins, and the Bayou Gremlins are weak as fuck. So you would just put a dude right next to them. Like they have 0 willpower, so you'd be killing them anyway. The defense goes up when there's a bunch of them, but you do everything with willpower, so Somer would still lose anyway. But yeah,
you're in a rock and a hard place. It's been good and legit. If I had to, do fantasy football, I think in the round robin, this is going to be your only loss. I really do. I think you're going to slaughter everyone else. I think you are the hardest opponent I had to go against. And even though it's looking hopeless, you killed Chompy. You screwed me over on getting those points, which was pretty choice.
You got lucky and screwed me over way in the beginning, but I'll tell you after. But
was it the pianos? Because you kind of screwed yourself on that one.
I did screw myself with the pianos, but it's my first time playing Zip. Cut me some slack. But
hey, we both made fouls. We both made things. But that push, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah,
I hadn't used it at all with the Insidious, because I knew there was going to come a point to get it, and I think that push saved me. I think that's what's going to separate me from a tie and a win. I think that push got me the win.
It probably is, because Zip was right over here next to the marker, and then one Insidious Madness comes over here, spooks him, and pushes him 3 inches away. So I don't get my point for this round.
Nope.
But Brent sure does. I'm gonna bump you up real fast. So scores now: Brent got 3, I got 2. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the last and final round, round 5.
I think you're done, but
yeah, I think I'm done. But I'm gonna sure as hell try to kill 4 models at once, and drop another scheme marker.
In true Dreamer fashion, I tip my hat to you, and then draw a dick on your forehead of your dead corpse.
He's like the Droogs, isn't he? Like
he's just like he's evil Peter Pan. He used to just be a kid, but now he's just like a shitty kid. He's just a crappy kid that's like, we're gonna have fun, and that means me bashing people's head in with my cricket bat. Woohoo! Yeah, it's all about fun.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah, well, he's being corrupted by Nightmare. He doesn't know it's a tyrant. He just thinks it's his best friend, Lord Chompy Bits.
I haven't read the Neverborn book, so I don't know too much about his story. Like
the Dreamer lore is so good. The Dreamer lore is he starts off as a child. In the previous edition, he was like 8 or whatnot, who thinks he's having dreams and doesn't realize that he's dreaming into Malifaux. And Nightmare, Lord Chompy, as he named him, helps him go along. He's like, haha, we're having fun. I'm gonna summon evil cannibalistic teddy bears. Oh look, they're eating everyone. This is so much fun. It's just a dream though. Like, he doesn't know he's murdering actual people. Now he does, and he loves it. And
now his evil teddy bears are munching on gremlin faces right now. But it's okay.
They're expendable. No one likes gremlins.
Not these ones. Bert wasn't expendable. But it's okay. All right, we will see you guys at the end. We'll see who won. Recording. Okay. All right. We ended the game a little bit early because I couldn't win. Can you stop? I couldn't win after Zip missed all of his attacks against the Dreamer, because the Dreamer is fucking, he's a thing.
You old freaking nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had one more model to move, but we didn't even finish because I couldn't kill all of his dudes. But yeah, my schemes were breakthrough and catch and release. I was trying very hard to do breakthrough over here. That didn't pan out. The model I chose for catch and release was the Iron Skeeter that was over here that died in the beginning to a red Joker. So it was going to be a little rough for me anyway. But it's fine. We played a good. Brent, how you feeling over there?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think I rushed in a little too hard with Chompy. Sorry, hiccups. But Copulus, man, even though he can fight, he's a good boy. He's an amazing runner. 7 movement, pushed by daydreams. He's moving around like 20 per turn, and he's just gobbling up those lodestones. He's been killing it.
You would have gotten another point for the strategy, and then how many points for the schemes?
I would have gotten 1 because my stitch together just had to be on your side of the board at the end of the game.
Yeah, and he's absolutely there.
I had enough movement to get the final scheme markers. I catch them all Pokemon style. I would have had all 5. So I would have got 1 for that too.
I don't know if you could have gotten through here. You would have had to get rid of the piano token.
Oh, can he not slip in?
I don't think he can slip through here, because that was my problem before.
Well, my plan was to take this Insidious Madness and destroy this piano token. And then he can run through the Insidious Madness and make his way over here.
I don't think you can get through here. You have to come around, so I don't think you would have gotten the last one.
Well, it's possible. I could have threw it to him too, because that Insidious can get over there.
Oh yeah.
Destroyed, ran,
get the Insidious Madness.
Yeah,
maybe. I think you would have been hard pressed to do that though. To get over here and then back over there. That's this Insidious Madness. I don't think that's happening.
Well, he can move. Actually, he just run. He could run around to like here. Mm-hmm. And then Insidious Madness could have got to the token, and then he could just through.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I'll give it to you. It doesn't matter. I'll give it to you anyway. No, you can only get 4. So you would have. Yeah, you can only get 4 from the strategies. Yeah. So you would have stayed at 4, because that's how the turns work. And then 1 from the scheme, and I got 2 points. So Brent won 6 to 2. So.
Yeah.
I learned I do not like Zip very much. I think I'll be playing Zip again.
So the problem with Zip is I think making Zip the scheme runner was rough. Because Zip's like talk you to death ability is fucking nuts. It's really, really good. But because you were running the scheme, you kind of couldn't do it a lot.
Well, you couldn't do it anyway because you're not dropping strategy marker, or you're not dropping scheme markers, and you're not you don't have to interact to deal with the strategy markers.
Doesn't talk you to death just make me get like negative flips?
What it makes you discard a card. It makes you discard a card if you.
Or, sorry, boring conversation.
Yeah. So if you take a non-walk action, so if you walk, you're fine. But if you do anything else, then you have to pass a duel.
That's nuts. Anytime I do anything other than walk, I got to make it target number 10 or it just fails. That's brutal. That's so brutal. But you got to be within 6, and you're running strategy markers. So it. By the time you got to a position where you could really do it, were you back there by the Dreamer? I
don't think it's that. It probably would have. I honestly forgot about it because I thought it wasn't useful for me. But I could have done it over here and probably saved myself a little bit. But
I think that's Zip's scariest ability is boring conversation. That's nuts.
But I don't like him because showboating is not as useful as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
You only get one card if you cheated. But 9 times out of 10, you want to cheat with a hot card anyway, so you don't want to just cheat for nothing, you know? So I really don't like that showboating ability. It's kind of garbage. The Dreamer's fucking good though.
Dreamer's nuts, yeah.
But the round robins are for practicing, so I learned I don't like the Zip. So
well, to be fair, none of the gremlins like Zip.
I guess. I didn't read his lore either, but but yeah, that's where we're at. First loss, the Bayou's first loss of the game, unfortunately.
I think it's going to be the Bayou's only loss.
I appreciate that, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, and we will see you next time on Breach Battles. Goodbye, everybody.
Till next time.
All right, I'm gonna step out. Just message me when you're done.
Okay, will do. Hi everyone, it's CJ here, and I am playing yet another round of Malifaux 3E as the Explorers Society. Today, I'm going to be playing Lucas McCabe, and it's my first time playing him. I'm really treating this round robin as a chance to just kind of let loose, play around, experiment, see what different things do, and not worry too much. So, kind of flying by the seat of my pants. Sorry about that one, Christian. That'll be a fun momentary going completely deaf. This is going well. I'm gonna pause for a moment. I'll probably just start again, just in case. I think we'll be okay. But I'll probably just start again, just in case. And otherwise, you can just pick up from wherever. Okay, so. Hey guys, it's me, CJ. I'm here playing another game of Malifaux 3rd Edition, and this time with my Explorer Society, I am playing Master Lucas McCabe. Lucas is really interesting. I'm really taking the opportunity here with these round robin games to just experiment, play around, kind of fly by the seat of my pants a little bit, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I've never played Lucas before, but he's got some really interesting I don't know how to put it, like abilities? Yeah, that's probably the way I want to word it, since that's what they're called. One of my favorites is that he reduces the TN of actions on other friendly wastrels by 2, and my favorite wastrel I have in this team as well, she makes her way around most of my teams, Jessie Holiday, who I'll talk about a little more in a few minutes. So here we've got the other cool thing about Lucas McCabe, or one of the other cool things about Lucas McCabe, is that when he dies, instead of having him die, he becomes a dismounted hunter. And he doesn't have a lot of hit points at that point, but it's sort of like a quick second life for Lucas, which is really interesting. So he's got a lot of neat things. Neat things about him, and he has dual factionship. He is also, I believe, a member of the Ten Trumpets, but neither here nor there for us. We are the Malifaux Explorers Society. And some of my other team members here, we've got Luna as my totem. Luna is also a wastrel and is a cute, fluffy little dog. I'm not sure that she's actually all that fluffy, but she is wonderful because she's a dog. Friendly wastrel and minion models within 3 of this model can take an action to discard an attached artifact upgrade from Luna and attach it to themselves, which is pretty cool. Also, when a friendly model within 3 does take this, it can double that action. So there's basically Luna is a really good support. What I'm gonna try to use Luna for is one of my secret schemes. One of the schemes that I chose was Claimed Jump. At the beginning of the game, you choose a friendly non-leader model, and at the end of a turn, if there are no enemy models within 3 inches of this model and line of sight of the secretly chosen model, and if that secretly chosen model is within 2 inches of the center point, you can reveal this scheme and gain a victory point. So you can't quite see it, but well, no, you can actually. To the kind of left of the screen there is a bit of stone that juts out into the ditch, and just past that is some stone that is built up. I'm thinking if I can get Luna over there, I can get her to a place where she's right by the center line there, but not really in anyone's line of sight. So here's hoping. As far as my other members, I've got a Moor Wraith, which is it's Seeker. It's not the keywords that match up with Lucas, but I wanted to try it out. Thought it was interesting. Once per activation, after another model within 6 heals, this model can move up to 2 inches toward the healed model, and that doesn't specify a friendly unit, so I can creep on people if they're healing. Another cool thing is my Intrepid Effigy, which it's got a lot of different little like +1 armors. Model can't be hired into a crew before containing Emissary of Fate model, just like hard to kill, helping hand. That one's just kind of a nice fodder piece, frankly. I brought back Vernon and Wells because they've got a lot of cool things. I really like their +2 arcane shield. I'm gonna miss Orville because he flies, but I had one that was really cool that I didn't end up bringing. I will bring him in on one of my next round robins. Now, Alpinist. Unfortunately, you can't see him on the screen. You can see the Intrepid Effigy there. And what else can you see? What is that one? I think that might be the Moor. I cannot tell. But anyway, the Alpinist is a goat, but it's a mechanical goat. So, as we know, the Explorer Society has cool stuff like mechanical goats. Friendly models within 4 ignore all terrain and vertical distance while moving. Pretty cool. And then you can reduce all damage of the model suffered. It's got armor as well. Yeah. And so most of you, if you followed anything I've played, you know Jessie, but just to give you a quick rundown on Jessie. She is, one of my favorite things about her is that she reduces all damage from shockwave, pulse, and explosion effects to 0. So she did, even though Zach won out with the Bayou, she was very important in the Bayou game because she can't get blown up, essentially. So, yeah, that's my crew. Not sure how they'll do because I just sort of went, that looks fun, and pulled them out. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes. And we're gonna see how I liked Lucas. I liked some of his skills, so should be fun. All right, let's get Lauren in here to explain her side of things.
All right.
And then I'll go ahead and mute and step off.
Ma'am?
Ooh, I see you. I see you got your earbuds. I'm trying again. See, you got your earbuds in. I'll go ahead and mute and step off, and you can message me when you're done.
Yes, ma'am. Will do. Well, hello everyone. I am Lauren Hodges. I am the DM on Fate's End, and I am playing also in Breach Battles here. Tonight, the Resurrectionists have chosen a rather unique leader. I will be playing this evening Seamus, the Red Chapel Killer. This is who I will be playing. And Seamus over here, he's brought quite the unique crew. Of course, he's got his copycat killer, which he can swap out with at any given time. So I'm pretty excited about using that. Seamus, yes, he can swap out with other individuals on the board. We also have a beautiful selection of, speaking of beautiful, zombified beauties sorts. This one right here, she's missing part of her face, but not part of her heart, which really counts. And then, of course, I got another Rotten Bell over here. And then we got Mortimer. He's the grave digger. I have him. One of the things I really like about Mortimer is actually he can regenerate. This is the first card that I've run across, because I'm new to the game, that regenerates. So that is pretty cool. And then we've got this Carrion Emissary, which is a pretty bad boy. He's a pretty bad boy. He's not very nice. My strategy for the skirmish is so I got my ladies over here. I got Mortimer. They're gonna be kind of protecting this area over here. Then I got my three guys up here. I got the copycat killer. I got Seamus, and I got the Carrion Emissary. We're gonna head on over, and we're gonna try to take these strategy markers over here. We're gonna try to take them with the brute force, of course, because this is a battle game, so of course we'd be taking it with brute force. Of course, with my 10-gallon hat here, that's all I need. Got it for my first kill, as I am the Red Chapel Killer. Oh, I'm not American, so it wouldn't be 10 gallons. It would be, just give me a moment to recollect properly how big my hat actually is. It's on the tip of me tongue, or as I'm thinking about it, my 37.8541 liter hat that I have on my head. My schemes, we're gonna take a glance at my schemes now. Boop, shaboop. We're gonna try to do breakthrough. I've not done these schemes before, so we're gonna try to do breakthrough, so I have to put ski markers on the Explorer Society side of the board and detonate charges. We're gonna put stuff on the board on our end and detonate them when the rugged Explorer Society gets just a wee bit too close to my green charms. And I did so aptly name this team the Lucky Harms Crew, so very excited about that. The map itself, let me show that off just a little bit. We've got a massive gash in the middle of the field here. Massive, and a bridge. This is going to be rather interesting because I have not played on a board with such rugged terrain. So moving through that is going to be rather interesting. Won't be too hard on my Carrion Emissary, as I can just fly right over that. But the rest of them, that'll be interesting having to deal with that. And of course we have our bridge here, so that is a strategic marker as well as who's going to be able to move across it and who is not going to be able to move across it. So, it'll be very interesting for us, won't it? Other than that, let's get ready to slash and dash, shall we?
So we just finished our first round, and I've done a lot of movement, is most of what I've done. Jesse did attack the copycat killer, got him for weak damage, which is 2, but pretty much everyone else has just been booking it. My Alpinist did 1 movement and 1 focus, but everyone else has just been running. Lucas McCabe got to this token, but then got seduced by the Rotten Bells, which is so in character I can't even be angry about it. I'm not even mad. The poor dude, like, those are definitely dead ladies, my dude. Go back to staring at Jesse's butt. Anyway, that's the long and short of it from my side. Nothing major has occurred yet. Most people are out of their deployment zones. Neither of us have managed to remove any strategy markers, which is good because you can't score victory points the first turn anyway. And now we're on to turn 2. I'm excited to see what happens.
Unmute myself.
I'll mute myself.
Where did I put Seamus in? Okay, he's over here. Well, kiss my Blarney Stone. This one over here's, I don't know why I'm Canadian all of a sudden, but I'm Canadian now, so deal with that. This one over here is harpooning my poor little copycat killer. That was not nice. I don't appreciate that. Let's hope that the little tyke can survive. There we go. Now I'm back to Irish. We're good. We're good. He's making his way over to one of these strategy markers. We'll get there eventually. They're quite far away. My carrion over here. Now I'm Canadian again. All right. My carrion, I'm just gonna be normal. My carrion is flying like a bat out of hell down onto the other side of the board. And then over here, Morty, my gravedigger, he's already summoned a nice little mindless zombie to protect the bridge that is the bridge. And then over here, yes, my ladies, my beautiful, beautiful ladies are seducing Lucas. We're gonna try to keep him seduced and occupied. And yeah, we're moving. Things are happening. I feel like I feel like after this round we're gonna have a lot more to say. But yeah, that is the end. It has been a very interesting round. We'll see what happens in the next round.
Hey everyone, we are starting on round 3. So for round 2, did a lot more movement. I think probably my most disappointing part of round 2 was I did not realize center point and center line are 2 different things, so I thought I had achieved my scheme, my scheme, and I did not. And in fact, with this particular map, it's practically impossible, not impossible, very, very difficult for me to achieve the original scheme that I explained to you at the end, or at the beginning, the flame jump scheme, because you have to be out of line of sight and in a very open area. So Luna probably won't achieve that. I'm gonna have to adjust some of my tactics a little bit because of that. But other than that, things are going all right. I did manage to get myself a strategy token, which is nice. And unfortunately, Jessie did die because Seamus saw that she was being a bit of a problem and took care of it pretty summarily. So other than that, things are going all right. I've got, a handful of guys left, and we're doing our best. We keep on chugging. Killed a couple of the others myself. I did manage to off Mindless Corpse and also the Copycat Killer, so I feel alright about that. And we'll see how things go. Game round.
Beautiful, beautiful darling. Well, round 2 was quite an interesting one. I also dealt with noob problems as well. I did not know that I could move and charge an attack at the same time, but I know that now! My beautiful rotting belle didn't get the chance to smooch an extra smooch on this beautiful guy over here. But, perchance she will this next round. Mort has been summoning lots of zombies into the... I'm just gonna keep going back between Canadian accent and Irish. He's been summoning a lot of zombos. He's got one over here now. We got one over here. And we have, wow, this one actually was summoned by the Carrion. And we're moving and going places. And, other than that, I think that was pretty much it. I think, oh yeah, Seamus took out Julia, I think her name was. And yeah, so this is where things start to get dicey. It's gonna get crazy. We're gonna start partying over here in this corner. I have a very big feeling that this is gonna be a hot spot this next round. Yeah, oh yes, and for I revealed I did detonate charges. That's what I had. I had detonate charges. My beautiful corpse ladies over here, they were flaunting their stuff and just distracting beautiful Lucas, and I ended up detonating those beautiful kisses, and then I got 1 scheme victory point for that. I think that was it. And it was a hubbub of mixed mash things.
Definitely a hubbub.
Okay.
Hello, my friends. It is now the beginning of round 4, or the end of round 3, if you prefer. It's been a pretty eventful round for both of us. On my end, I moved, so I moved Lucas to where there was a token, got that, and then moved him toward another token. However, he was followed by one of those rotten bells, and so now he's engaged with her and cannot grab that token. The Alpinist, who is my little mechanical goat, is moving toward the other remaining token, but has a couple of baddies hot on his tail. The Carrion and one of the mindless zombies, so not sure he's gonna make it. Outside of that, my Moor Wraith slammed another mindless zombie. Not a whole lot else going. Vernon and Wells they're taking pot shots at the Rotten Bell across the ditch. And I believe, Luna, my doggo, unfortunately was killed. So that's pretty much it. I did manage to get another victory point via strategy. And still nothing on my schemes, but there's hope. That's about it for me. Seamus got one of my tokens, so I'm gonna have to start thinking about whether or not it's worth defending those guys over there from the master. And that's about it for me, so I'm gonna hand it over to Lauren.
Unmuted, okay. Welcome back, laddies. Let's take a look at the board, shall we? Let's take a zoom in. My Carrion of Death and Destruction is flocking his way as close as he can to take out the mech goat. Goat is quite a delicacy, let me tell you there. But yes, trying to take out the goat. Then we got over here Morty. Morty was unable to summon another zombie, unfortunately, because he pulled the Black Joker, and he's crying right now. He's shedding a few tears, and he's weeping next to the Rotten Bell. She's sharing the sadness as her lover, Lucas McCabe, whatever. Ran away from her. God only knows why he would run away from such a beaut. Lost a couple zombies as well, which is unfortunate. This Moor Wraith has taken out some of my zombos, and I haven't been too happy about that, but tip of the hat to you, sir. Tip of the hat. And Seamus, yes, Seamus, which is me, who is talking right now to you all. He is standing and looking at the battlefield and contemplating what to do next. There are some things over here for him to grab onto, but God only knows which way he's gonna go. God only knows. And I think that is. Oh yes, I did garner myself another token. This time it was a strategy marker, so I am I'm at 2 right now. Other than that, beautiful, beautiful audience out there. I think that's it.
Hey everyone, welcome to the final countdown. It is the end of round 4, which means it is the beginning of round 5, and we are neck and neck with 3 victory points each. Now, I've still got 3 tokens left on my side, but Seamus is over there and looking kind of sketchy. There's 2 tokens left on the Resurrectionist side. And I've been having a little bit of trouble getting the one that I want to get because, unfortunately, there's some rotten bells that keep distracting Lucas from his goals. He apparently likes the undead booty. Vernon and Wells are still alive, and my Moor Wraith is still alive, so they are doing their best. It's still a kind of a learning process. We did forget to do past tokens starting from about the middle of the game. So, but we've just been kind of, I guess relaxing is the right word, enjoying our time. And I am looking forward to the tournament. But for now, these things, it's a lot about having fun, but also a little bit about learning the ropes. And there are a lot of ropes to learn. So, let's see what the last... I almost said episode. Let's see what the last round brings us. And who comes out the victor.
Alright, take 2. I realized I was muted. Now I'm not muted. Yes, so the rotten bell over here Lucas she can't keep her hands away from it, just luring him over to she just wants love. Everyone just wants to be loved, and the rotten bell just wants to be loved. And who wouldn't want this hunky guy on a horse charging into battle? I mean, that's a hunk right there. That's a hunk of burning love. And so she pulled him all the way over here to get some of that hunk of burning love. Then we got some of the zombos that went down. We had another zombie that was brought to life over here in the corner from the carrion. The carrion flew over into Dark Stonehenge and is moving its way down this way. And then Seamus over here dropped some scheme markers. There were 3, but now there are 2 as my breakthrough. I think it was breakthrough. My breakthrough was revealed. And then I think that was it. Got a victory point from that. Some more zombos kind of like schmudging up the entryway over here. And Wells just firing on and taking bits and pieces out of my people over here. So yeah. So it's been close, it's tied, it's been a very close game this entire time, lots of fun, and we're about to find out what's gonna happen at this last round.
And we're back at the end of the game. It was a really close match between the Explorers Society here and the Resurrectionists. But in the end, the Explorers Society lost by 1. In our last go, wow, a lot happened. Lucas was able to finally get that far token that he was going for. I also managed to get a scheme point with Vernon and Wells. And the zombies and the more wraith under the archway had a smackdown. And other than that, I think most of the other significant movement was on the Resurrectionist side. So I had a lot of fun. It was really close. Pretty much the whole game we kept, and then it was the final scheme that got the Resurrectionists the victory. So I will let Lauren tell more about that, but it was a good game.
I just realized I forgot to mute myself. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah,
I hope
no,
I
you're
didn't
fine.
laugh too loud.
Even if you did, it's perfect.
Woo! Well, yes, that was what a game. So in the final round, the Rotten Bell over here laid down 2 scheme markers, and Lucas came over to grab the marker that was over here that I had placed, which gave me that victory point and also gave Lucas that victory point. And then funny, just like my zombies tried to hit, both my zombies tried to hit this Moorwraith, and Mortimer tried to shovel him in the face, and my god, all of the attacks missed. Every single one of them, 6 attacks, all missed. It was amazing. And then Vernon Wells just chilling over here, just kind of Gatling gunning everything that I had on this side. My zombies frantically trying to make their way over here in some feeble attempt to, smack some more, probably miss as well. My zombies are so bad at hitting things.
Brains.
And then the big thing was over here where we had Seamus. Seamus was standing over here. He placed another scheme token. He placed another scheme token. And then we took a very large secret passage leap, one of his special abilities that allowed me to move anywhere within 1 inch of blocking terrain, and I went whoop all the way over here to where the other scheme token was, and I picked that sucker up, and that is what kept us from having a tie, which it was a very close game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It has been an honor of playing with you, lass. Been an absolute honor.
Yeah, well, I guess I could say it's been an adventure. No, it was great.
You really explored this map. Har har har.
We definitely explored this map for over 6 hours.
We made a lot of goat jokes, mostly CJ.
I did make a handful of
bad jokes. But yeah, so the final score, 5-6, and the Resurrectionist wins round.
Yep.
So lots of fun. Thank you, everyone. We will see you for the next match.
Bye.
Let me unmute myself. That's it. Good job, everyone. Excellent effort. So lots of. I hope you guys enjoyed this last episode or this second round robin of Breach Battles. Went to go ahead and announce our winner of this wonderful Fire in the Sky Penny Dreadful. This is our wonderful, fantastic McBluff. With the win here, we'll get this in the mail to you so that you can have this for any future games that you may want to play in Through the Breach. So shout out to you. Shout out to all of our players. I want to thank them for the wonderful time and effort that they put into all this. Shout out to Christian for doing the video editing for us this evening. And let's see. If you enjoyed this show, we will be back here next week next Tuesday at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time for round 3. You can see me hopefully not lose. We'll see. I'm now 1-1, so learning this game and having a lot of fun with it. So follow us on all the socials everywhere at Ink and Liar. You can how do you say? Next time you will find us is 7:30 Central Standard Time, right here for Iron Valor tomorrow as we continue Candlekeep Mysteries. You can see Brandon, CJ, Raina, Christian, Dylan, James, Max, the whole squad as they make their way through the wonderful area of Candlekeep. Thank you everyone so much. I'm going to send you on a raid somewhere. I'm not sure yet, but enjoy your evening. Have a fantastic Tuesday, and we will see you all here tomorrow. Bye-bye.